Now this is the time I want to go back to India. I don't want to live in this country. हेलो गाइज, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल कनपुरिया इन कनाडा। उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप सब लोग बहुत ही ज़्यादा अच्छे हैं और सैली टॉक्स में आपका स्वागत है। आज हमारे साथ जो शख्सियत जुड़ रही हैं वो है इंडिया से। इनका नाम है शैली शाह। इंडिया में काफ़ी साल इन्होंने बैंकिंग सेक्टर में काम किया और कनाडा में भी बैंकिंग सेक्टर में ही काम कर रही हैं। आज इनसे जानते हैं कि इनका कनाडा का जो टोटल एक्सपीरियंस रहा है वो कैसा रहा है। चलिए इनसे बात करते हैं।
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
थैंक यू वेरी मच शैली हमारे शो पर आने के लिए। एंड सबसे पहले मैं थैंक यू कहना चाहूँगा हमारे सारे व्यूअर की तरफ से कि आपने अपना टाइम निकाला हमारे साथ बैठने के लिए और अपने एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करने के लिए। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दैट। सो हम इस शो में बेसिकली क्या करते हैं, हम मिलते हैं लोगों से, उनका एक्सपीरियंस जानते हैं कैसे रहे कनाडा में और उन्होंने क्या क्या चीज़ें फेस करी हैं जिससे जो हमारे व्यूअर्स हैं जो आना चाह रहे हैं कनाडा या ऑलरेडी कनाडा में है उनकी कैसे हेल्प हो सकती है। सो मैं शुरू करता हूँ कुछ क्वेश्चन के साथ, इफ़ यू डोंट माइंड।
Absolutely.
थैंक यू वेरी मच। पहला क्वेश्चन जो आता है कि आप इंडिया में थे काफ़ी साल, वहीं बॉर्न हुए, वहीं रेज हुए, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग। आप कनाडा आए, सो व्हाट मेड यू कम टू कनाडा?
So if I talk about it, so मैंने इंडिया में 6 साल काम किया था बैंकिंग सेक्टर में, and then I moved to Canada. So what made me come here? First thing that comes to my mind is the lifestyle that we lead here. Even if you are making a lot of money in India, it's not going to help you, and you cannot get that quality of life. So अपन जब अभी बाहर जाते हैं, we can breathe the fresh air, which in India is like technically impossible wherever you go. Even in the like small city, it's impossible. So that was first thought. Second thought was opportunity. If we talk about India, we have a lot of population, lot of competition, and if we talk about Canada, population is less, so we have more opportunities to work for. That's why I moved to Toronto, not to any other city, of course. So I moved here, and yeah, these are two things. Of course, we have universal healthcare. That's one of the value-added benefit. But yeah, the first thing, quality of life. That's what made me come here.
बिल्कुल मेक सेंस, क्योंकि जब आप इंडिया में होते हो बहुत सारी चीज़ें आप कंपेयर करते हो बिफोर यू गो एनीवेयर। सो आई थिंक दिस वाज अ वेरी वैलिड पॉइंट कि आपने वो चीज़ देखी कि जो मुझे इंडिया में नहीं मिल रही है वो मुझे कहाँ मिल सकती है, एंड दैट्स द रीज़न आई थिंक यू हैव चोजन कनाडा। थैंक यू फॉर दैट आंसर। सो कनाडा तो आ गए, बेसिकली आपने सोचा और आप आ गए, आपने अप्लाई किया, सारा इमिग्रेशन का प्रोसेस एंड एवरीथिंग वाज डन। सेकंड क्वेश्चन जो आता है, हाउ डिफिकल्ट वाज इट टू गेट योर फर्स्ट जॉब इन कनाडा एंड व्हाट यू डिड टू गेट दैट जॉब?
Okay, so when I first moved here, I remember February 2019. It's been 2 years now. So first thing I've learned in Canada that आपके पास रेफरेंस नहीं है तो जॉब मिलना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. It's like next to impossible. So first thing I tried, I knew a lot of people here. So through LinkedIn, through my past references that I had, some family members, some family friends, मैंने सबके साथ आई ट्राई टू गेट इन टच विद देम, बिकॉज क्या होता है जब आप इंडिया से मूव होते हो, द रेज्यूमे एंड एवरीथिंग दैट यू हैव, इट्स लॉट डिफरेंट व्हाट इट इज़ इन इंडिया देन व्हाट इट इज़ हियर. So there are 2 employment agency. I hope everyone knows about it. Access Employment.
Yeah, right.
So the first thing I did was to visit them, और मैंने उनके साथ बैठ के अपना resume figure out किया कि मेरे को क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं, कैसे, what should I portray and what I should not. So I worked with them. Then one of my family friends, he works with one of the good companies here, so I visited him. I showed him my resume that this is what I have prepared, what do you think? And he's like, yeah, this looks good, I think you should go out. Then I started talking to people for the same thing, that I have come from India, I have experience banking, I want to get into it, financial industry. Then one of my colleagues in India, she used to work with CIBC, of course, so I got in touch with her and I told her that I'm looking for a job. Can you help me? So she's like, of course, just send me the resume. And फिर मैंने उसको अपना resume भेजा, of course. She talked to her manager and things worked out. Of course, it looks very easy, but it wasn't easy as it sounds. It took me about like 2 months to figure this out. But the best part was when you come to Canada, I think everyone should be prepared that first 6 months it's going to be a lot difficult, and when you have that amount of savings available with you, then only you should move here, because that's going to be a deal breaker. Because to find out a place, to find out a job, everything, so even if you do not have a job, you have to have a place to live. So that is one thing I would say, that you should have enough amount of money to relocate to a new country. So that's my first thought.
Makes sense basically. And I think networking बहुत ज़रूरी है इस कंट्री में भी 5 साल से ऑलमोस्ट यहाँ पर बिना नेटवर्किंग के यहाँ पर जॉब्स मिलना या कुछ भी कर पाना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है. तो इट्स अ वेरी गुड आइडिया कि आप नेटवर्किंग बना के रखें. एंड बिफोर कमिंग टू कनाडा आई थिंक इट वुड बी गुड आइडिया कि लिंक्डइन के थ्रू आप लोगों से कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं. दैट्स वन ऑफ द बेस्ट वे टू गेट कनेक्टेड. राइट.
Emphasize. So in India, of course, all of us know LinkedIn is not a big thing yet. Of course, it's coming up, but it's not a big thing.
Right.
But here, I have seen a lot of traction on LinkedIn. Even if you update your profile. So recently, one of the recruitment director of TD, he reached out to me through LinkedIn. So it's a big thing. I mean, of course.
Exactly.
So you have to keep updating your LinkedIn profile. That's what I've heard. Any achievements, any qualifications that you add, you have to keep updating yourself.
बिल्कुल.
And yeah, LinkedIn is one source of job here that you can get the opportunity. So LinkedIn, the best thing.
The best thing to get your network before you come to Canada. It's a very good thing. Thank you very much, Sherry. So अभी Canada आ गए, job लग गई, everything is happening so far well. How has your life been in Canada so far? Like personal and professionally, अगर आप combine करके बोलोगे तो what would you say?
So initially I would say it was a bumpy ride. I mean, of course I was very excited to move to a new country.
Right.
I was very excited when I came here. I landed here in February, so it was all snow, it was all fairy tale, and it looked very pretty. But as soon as you come, there are a lot of challenges. So I still remember the first time when I took the bus, I took the wrong bus.
Oh.
Because here the bus numbers are same, even if it's going north or south. You have to figure out that which bus you have to board,
exactly.
right? So that was one thing. It was a challenge. Geographically, you have to learn a lot of things. So, but with time, of course, you're going to figure out. And then I got my job with CIBC, and I used to live in Brampton. So, which was like, if I took a transit, I used to take 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Just one time. And if you remember, we used to work 2 to 10.
Exactly. Right.
So I used to get free at 10 o'clock in the night, and then I have to take a bus, go back home. So by the time I used to reach home, it was 12:45.
Wow.
So I have had my fears when I was waiting for another bus to come at 12:30 midnight. And so when you are in your own country, it's lot easier.
Easy because
you are
you know
not
everything.
scared of anything because you are in your own country. But I still remember waiting for the bus and calling my parents that, oh, I miss you, because I don't know how am I going to pull it off. But of course everything actually then falls in place.
Exactly.
And it's just that you have to hang in there, that's all. And by the time you meet people, you work, you get to learn a lot of things. So it's going to be good. So professionally, personally, both way. Professionally, of course, this was one of the challenges, and personally I would say I actually moved to Canada pretty late.
Right.
So it was very difficult for me to make new friends, because after a certain age you do not get along with everyone. So I'm still struggling on that part, but I think I'm good. So yeah,
That's
overall
a-
nice thing.
Makes sense. That's a good thing. So just to give a brief कि मैं और शैली एक्चुअली साथ में ही काम करते थे पहले. That's the reason I know about her timing 2 to 10 हम साथ में शिफ्ट करते थे. So I remember 10 बजे मैं तो बहुत पास होता था, like 15-20 minutes drive हम निकल आते थे, but she used to wait for the bus. And then sometime I used to get text, man आधा घंटा हो गया बस नहीं आई. So it was a big time struggle in the starting, but then she had to move to the nearest location from the office so that उसका जो transit time है वो कम हो जाए. Shelly, do you think it is easy to survive in Canada? If yes, then how? If no, then why?
I would say yes, it is easy to survive in Canada because if you're working full-time job,
Right.
yes, it's going to be easy. But if you want to lead a good lifestyle, then no. Because here, of course, all of us will agree that the cost of living is way too high. If you have rents to pay, if you have bills to pay, it's
Right.
a lot. But survival is easy. Survival is going to be easy, but I wouldn't say that you can lead a quality of life like high. Like if I want to buy a Chanel bag, I cannot with one job here in Canada.
Right.
So yeah, survival is not a problem.
A problem.
I would say that, but yeah, you have to work really hard. So at times I've also done overtimes just to make that
Make
extra buck,
extra buck.
of course. So
And इतना टाइम 2 साल हो गए आपको कनाडा आकर के. So have you ever thought that you got that saturation point कि now this is the time I want to go back to India, I don't want to live in this country?
So in this past year, there were so many days where I felt very broken down, and I wanted to go back, be with my family, be with the
Right.
people I love, be with my friends. But it's just a matter of time. You just have to hang in for that day. If that day passes, everything's going to be good. So when I visited my family in December, it was all fun. I was there for a month, but
Right.
after 15 days, I'm like, I want to go back. So that's how the feeling is.
Right. So that feeling would never go off. आप अगर इंडिया में you feel like to come to Canada, if you're in Canada, you feel like to go back. It's just like you have to be self-motivated, and slowly gradually you'll get through with life, I believe.
Exactly.
And last question जो आता है कि there are a lot of people who are planning to come to Canada who just arrived और जो थोड़ा struggle कर रहे हैं अभी भी कनाडा में अपनी life settle करने के लिए. A piece of advice from your experience for them to live a good life in Canada.
So first thing, as I mentioned earlier, that one of the things, if you're coming from India to Canada, first thing is have ample amount of money that can help you survive for the first 6 months even without the job.
Right.
So that is first thing. Second thing, I would say find out a place to live, mostly to share with someone, because that will actually cut down your expenses.
Exactly.
Third thing, of course, go on LinkedIn, find out people who are working in the same industry, same city, find out companies who are working for the same field you are in. That's 3 things I would say that's most important. And the 4th thing is, I would say, stay positive and just hang in there. It's all going to fall in place at some time.
Right. So basically, keep on making your network and meet with people. If you are in Canada, then you can meet with a lot of people. If you are not in Canada, then as we discussed, LinkedIn would be a very good option to get your network increase, and that's how you can get some help to get a good job. And stay positive, because that is the one thing which is very much required. क्योंकि आप यहाँ पर अकेले होते without your family. So I think that's the one thing which you need. You need a lot of support from yourself and then from the people who are around you. And thank you very much, Ellie, for sharing all those good stuff. I think it will be very helpful for our viewers as well. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. और अगर आप चैनल पे नए हैं तो इसे सब्सक्राइब करना बिल्कुल भी मत भूलिएगा. आपको मेरा इंस्टाग्राम का लिंक और शैली के इंस्टाग्राम का लिंक बिल्कुल मिल जाएगा. And for the closing, I'll pass it on to Shelly.
So whosoever is watching this video, please like, share and subscribe to Sarthak's channel, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.